knows me, you know I'm lying. So, again, my name is Ed Myers. I'm a new guy to Rotary.
You can look out here, but just make sure you're in the screen. You're good.
Okay. I'm okay with it. Okay. All right. So I'm one of the new guys to Rotary. I am a Colorado native. I actually was born, grew up in Colorado Springs. Kind of an odd growing up, if you would say. I'm kind of in a club on my own, at least as far as I've heard. My parents, Cliff and Ida Myers, they met during World War II. My dad was in the Navy. He met my mom in San Francisco. And shortly after the war, they got married and moved to Colorado Springs. And shortly thereafter, my dad became the superintendent up at the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. And so my dad was superintendent from that time up until he retired in 1991. And they raised 7 of us on the zoo grounds. I actually lived on the zoo grounds for the first 18 years of my life. I don't know if Chief is on the call or what have you, but on my driver's license when I was 16, it actually said Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, Box 158. And yes, I did have to present that to a policeman or two when I was younger. And I could see it. They'd read my license and the same comment. I don't know how many times I heard this. What cage? And I could just see it every time. I'm like, oh, please, no, don't let them ask. But it always happened. Anyway, so I do love sports, fishing, hunting, dirt biking, and grew up playing youth hockey in Colorado Springs. So I did play for Cheyenne Mountain for 2 years, won state 2 years in a row. It was great. What you got to understand that my 3 older brothers were all state wrestling champions at Cheyenne Mountain. And of course, Terry Busby, who was the coach for Cheyenne, said, oh, another Myers boy coming up. I got a wrestler. I totally deflated him, told him I was playing hockey. So after high school, did play 2 years at Division I, of all places, Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff. After my sophomore year, they dropped their program. So 2 years of hockey and it was done. But I did meet my wife in Flagstaff and did not finish my college degree at that point in time. We went on to have 2 kids. My oldest daughter, Danielle, who has a 3-year-old now, and my youngest, Tyler, who is 31 as of yesterday, who has one and who's 3, just turned 3, and then another one that's due in August. So it's pretty neat. Who'd have thunk? Anyway, that being said, I did go back to school eventually after working for many years at the old Denver Equipment Company. I was the youngest journeyman welder. In '91, the bottom fell out of the mining industry and I was the first to get laid off. Then I got a job with Shepherd's McGraw-Hill. I used to work as a legal editor when I finally left, but I couldn't go any higher without getting my Juris Doctorate. And I was like, lawyer? Nah, no thanks. I wanted to be a professional land surveyor. So I started looking into schools and what have you, and ended up going to USC down here and got into the civil engineering program and went to a job fair one day and met my mentor and someone I look up to very, very much, Bernie Zerker. He interviewed me, brought me into ICM as an intern, and I started work at ICM January 2nd, 1998. And to this day, I am still with ICM. I am now current president. Bernie's chairman of the board, and it has been the greatest opportunity, the greatest ride you just couldn't imagine. Concrete and steel, love it. So that being said, I was a Springs native, but in January of 2013, my wife and I, the kids were gone out of the house. We moved to Pueblo, and I'm proud to say I'm a Puebloan. I would not go back to Colorado Springs. You'd have to pay me, to be honest with you. And over the years, Bernie has helped me volunteer for different things. Love supporting Red Cross. Obviously, CSUP. By the way, we got a gala dinner coming up in August that you should get an invite for. So, Amber, thank you. So, that being said, love Pueblo. I'm glad I'm here. Appreciate all the opportunities. And any questions, comments? Fire away. Yes, ma'am.
What position did you play?
Left defense. I'm a defenseman. So, there you have it.
Well done.
Can't wait for CSUP to get a hockey team.